sometimes, but yes, the point is discretion. We talked about discretion. What is good art and bad art? You cannot turn these acting opportunities into a very quick fire psychiatric session, you know, about cleansing your own selves. You have to use it very judiciously. I do give a lot of importance to emotional memory, but I do believe that it has its limitations and that we must kind of, you know, use it as a trigger, but then quickly return to the moment in the script, the moment that is there for us to form and to attend to that. I had given an audition for the role of a very higher up man in an ashram, who is a very learned man, deeply spiritual man, but also looks after the administration of the ashram. When I read the script, the first line was that he may have been a hippie in New York or in San Francisco in late 60s or 70s, and now he is in New Delhi. So he was supposed to be a white Caucasian actually. He was supposed to be a white Anglo-Saxon, sorry. An American who has now turned into a Swami. So I pointed out to the casting director, or you know, the people who were taking the audition, that I said, I do not fit this bill because this character is something different. So they said, no, but still, you know, we want some Asian people to do it. I said, we'll do it from a very different sense, you know, very, very, very differently. Whether, is it acceptable? There were some of my very good actors, you know, friends, they were also there. हम लोग सब ऑडिशन के लिए बाहर ऐसे बैठे थे, मिले बात कर रहे थे एक दूसरे के साथ. फिर जब स्क्रिप्ट आई तब मैंने ये पढ़ा. And of course, everyone gave auditions as per their best ability. But still, it was an Indian playing a Swami. And an Indian playing a Swami has a very deep cultural memory, a very different emotion to it than an American who is now a Swami. You know, and then finally I heard that they had gone back to the original choice, original decision of actually getting a white person to do the role. Because they realized that the responses that all of us actors gave to certain lines, to certain, you know, the way we react to the questions by the main protagonist. She was incidentally Julia Roberts, and the film was Eat, Pray, Love. You know, it's a very famous book, and made more famous by Oprah Winfrey in her book club, and now turning into a major film which Julia Roberts has bought the rights and she is making the film. She had also come down to Delhi for some shooting of that. But when they auditioned all of us, the first thing that I realized was that our cultural orientation was so different. For example, you and I can talk about Ramayana and Mahabharata, and I'll always say Ramayana. I will never say Rama lived in a forest, right? I would never say Lakshmana. I would always say Lakshman. In fact, there were certain convent teachers who were such idiots that they were teaching Indian children to say Rama and Lakshmana in their convents when they were teaching Ramayana. So what I'm saying is even our approach to the way you speak. For example, one of the best performances of very non-conventional way of delivering lines. If you have seen Mr. Irfan Khan in Metro, you will realize that as a part of the actor's craft, for that particular character, he has employed a very different way of delivering the lines. When a man doesn't give much importance to what he himself has to say, he will speak like that. He will not bother about clarity or where he's pausing. You know, we sometimes use pausing in order to give added meaning to what we are saying. The point is, in real life, we don't do that. In real life, if suppose while talking, if I'm suddenly belching, I will belch and then continue talking as if nothing has happened. Or I'll sneeze if a sneeze is coming on. I'll not suppress it in order to say the line. For example, in real life when you cry, your nose leaks more water than your eyes. Now, while you do that, on screen, it also has to fit into its one particular basic framework of the aesthetics of the film. For example, in Gandhi My Father, when I did Mahatma Gandhi's role, we made it a point to decide that we are not going to mimic how Gandhiji used to speak. Because he used to speak in a very funny manner. If you listen to his tapes, you will realize that. And the purpose was not to mimic Mr. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. The purpose was to play the character of Mahatma Gandhi and try to reach the truth of that particular man and in that particular moment, rather than, get caught in the outward mannerisms and gestures. Whatever came from inside was there. Whatever was not there because it didn't come from inside. But because it can come from inside, I had to do a lot of cleanup inside. I had to really get rid of a very vain actor called Darshan Jariwala out of my system. I had to throw him away. I had to stop being Darshan and then wait for Gandhi to come. You cannot bring any character to life. You can do one thing. You can stop being yourself. You can attempt that. After that, the character will come by itself. But the point is that, see, I mean, it's such a irony, it's such a paradox, it's such a contradiction in terms. We are supposed to have our emotional memory and we are supposed to stop being ourselves. You realize what I'm talking about? I am supposed to feel, I am supposed to go back to Khushali's first day at school, and then I am supposed to react as Mahatma Gandhi to my son's, not listening to me and feeling pain because of that.